Teez, and I am here to show you how I get the sickening look. And my second step to getting here is definitely foundation. So stay tuned and see how I get this. Okay guys, so let's get into starting with skincare. Because I haven't done skincare most of my drag career, I actually used all the serums at once. But today we're just gonna use a few, and I'm gonna use the Pore Minimizer Serum by CATRICE. And this is amazing because it minimizes your pores. And I use a few drops, about 3 max, and then I rub it in my hands and I put this all over my skin. And also mind your eye area because it's advised not to use it in that area. And then you just make sure that I like to get underneath my neck also, because oftentimes that is also areas where you can break out. So I keep all this tight around this area. Cool, so I like to use the Hydro Eye Define Serum just underneath the eye, just to make sure that all that puffiness from my late nights of working, I was in drag yesterday, so that just eliminates all of that. It also gives nice coverage under your eyes so that that is protected when you put all your foundations, powders, layers and layers and layers on. So we have that. Then I would like to go into a primer. So today we're using the Hello Good Stuff Face Primer, and this has Caring hemp seed oil in, which is amazing because everything hemp seed I am on board, and it has 98 natural ingredients inside of it. So it's really a great product, and it's natural, and it's obviously great for the skin. So then we're gonna move over to brows. Brows are covered. So now it's time for foundation. The foundation that we have today is the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and it lasts up to 24 hours. So I would also like to test the 24 hours time frame that they've given us. So maybe I must sleep in the makeup tonight and wake up the next morning and give you a full tea. So I like to just take a little bit of a red lipstick or a red or deeper orange kind of foundation. I have a hectic 5 o'clock shadow. It may not look like it now, but I do. And I like to like that all on this area, right here. And I like to go over my brow because that's kind of also where you get the green popping through of the brow or the blue. I'll just go in on that powder that's probably still on the brush. And the thing is this, drag makeup also just goes against what is makeup, because you are not allowed to use powder in between phases. But with drag makeup, you kind of go against that because you're putting a liquid, then a powder, then a liquid on top, and then a powder. And sometimes we do use a liquid on top of that for like highlighters, liquid highlighters and stuff. So we kind of go against it. But I mean, makeup is all about trial and error and finding ways that works best for you. So find the way that works best for you and then just run with it. So I like to go in just around my beard area with a nice thicker foundation. And I just use this brush. This is old brush that I use, but she gets the job done. You know, all the old brushes gets the job done. So I like to just take a little bit of product and I like to go over this area right here. No green, no shadow. Sickening, no? Now that we have that, we're gonna move over to the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. So I haven't used this foundation, so for me, it's also like a nice little test to see how well this foundation works. So I pour a little bit. Ooh. She's actually quite my skin tone. Ooh. Could she be my new fave? Doop, doop, doop. So you see, now you're starting to look like the alien that I was speaking about. Okay, now she's gonna go. Alien. Now that we have that kind of everywhere, we're gonna go in with the beauty blender and just blend all of that in. Beat, beat, and more beat. I definitely think that I'm onto something here with this foundation because I'm living. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the HD liquid coverage and a highlight color and a contour color. So I have a nice light shade here that I'm gonna use as my highlight. I like to go on my nose and I like to drag that all the way up. Oh, she's coming together. And obviously this is drag makeup, so if you can just take this and divide it by 10, you'll have a good look. Because at the end of the day, this is intense drag makeup, you know? Because I'm giving you a show. A show. I want the people in the back to be able to see my face on stage. And also with a lot of lights, it kind of also fades out a bit. So you need to make sure that you get as full coverage as possible. So I'm going to use now a beauty blender, small one, just to get in and blend and blend. And this is actually the tea. I am gooped, gagged, and shook. Shook. I'm changing my whole routine now. From this day on, I'm changing it. Cause I mean, it's giving what it needs to give, definitely. This is Jeffree Star. Cut. Okay, now that we have the foundation and highlighting done, I'm gonna go into contouring. So I'm gonna use the same foundation in a much darker shade. Cheek. I like it. Ooh, she's dark. Beautiful. So I like to put my foundation like right kind of where my cheek ends, so that I can blend it up, so that I can create the cheek. Because in essence, you see my face, I don't have a cheek. So it's the illusion of having one that we're kind of creating. Then I take the beauty blender and I like to go in. Okay, so now that we have that done, I'm gonna go in with the nose contour, which is, I'm just gonna take a little bit off because it's a dark color, and then just go right along that edge. So, and I like to blend this up so it's not like a harsh line. You want a harsh line there because I don't have a cheek, but not on your nose. Then we're gonna go onto the forehead. Dab, 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 dab. So this is gonna give you that beige rainbow kind of effect, because in essence we're snatching all of our face up, and this kind of just frames like the eyes, the eyebrows, and that will also take everything just up in that direction. Because I don't know who said it, but we need to look like a cat. I don't know who said we need to have feline feline features is what, in essence, we are portraying. I have to say, I am impressed with this foundation. Like, I'm literally using it as a highlight, a contour, and my base skin tone. So she is cute. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little drag that I always do. I like to take a little bit of the highlight and then just put a dab on the center of my nose. Not a lot because it's a liquid foundation. Just so that it looks like that little dot for the most highlighted part to you. So it gives a nice, that is the nose. Now that we have that done, let's go into powder. So I'm gonna go in with the Nude Illusions CATRICE powder, and I'm gonna use a normal sponge, and then I'm just gonna go in. So I'm gonna go all along my eyelid. So what I like to press the product in to my skin. With the rest of my face, I like to go in with a more yellowy kind of a powder, because obviously these are more warmer sides of my face. So I can't really go in with a white. So I like to go in with the yellow powder, just so that still brings the color back into my face. And I like to then wipe all that off the powder that we just press into the skin, and then we're gonna bake. So now I'm gonna use the same powder, and then I'm gonna press it as my cooking or my baking. Powder the house down with some contouring bronzers, all the above. Because I like dimension in my cheek, so I like to go in with a few shades. So I start with the lighter shade first, and then and this bronzing powder from Essence, the Sun Club Matte Bronzer, it literally smells like coconut. It's the weirdest thing. I've never had a powder that smells like coconut. It's epic. And if you're not making faces, you're not doing it properly. Now that we have that done, we're gonna go into the Essence Contouring Duo Palette. And then I go in with a lighter shade first. So these are the two shades I like to go in with. That shade first. Now I'm gonna go into the darker shade and then just cut it right at the ear part, just at the bottom. You don't have to go all the way, the whole cheek. You just want that depth. So I'm just gonna use it right there. Then you do exactly the same on the top, as you creating a beige rainbow. So all the colors that you can possibly use in order for you to get that nice gradient from darkest to lightest, then do it, because I mean, it just creates a more flawless finish, you know. Now I like to go in with that same yellow powder. It's the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I like to use my sponge blender again, and I like to cut my crease. Not crease, I like to cut the bottom of my cheek. And I'm using the banana because it's more yellow toned than the white Nude Illusions that's more white toned. Because the last thing that you want is to look like a powdered grey. If it's your look, it's your look. But this is not the look tonight. Not tonight. Now we are done with all the powdering over the foundation. Now it's time to move over to finishing the brows. Okay, so now we are gonna move back to the face and we'll be right back to the eye to put on the lash bar. So now let's start back with the face. So I'm gonna go in with blush. So I'm gonna use this burgundy blush from CATRICE's Blush Box, waterproof and sweatproof blush. So burgundy, go in, dab, 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 and then I like to take it from the outer side of my contour, and then because it just brings the color back into the face, and it just blends nicely because you have all those burgundies on your eye, and you bring that color also on your cheek. It just marries the whole storyline together. You add it to the beige rainbow, so you make it a beige and burgundy rainbow. Okay, now that we have that down, we're gonna wipe away this excess powder. Now that it's all blended away, we're gonna go into highlighter. So I like to use at least two highlighters, which is the Essence Choose Your Glow. So it's this palette, and I like to use the Major Glow, which is the middle one. My other one fell out, but I use it as a loose pigment, which is great. So if you have, in Essence, no pun intended, a palette that breaks or a shadow that breaks, you can always just put it in another container, and then you can use it as a loose pigment. As easy as that, so that you don't lose the product. So I'm going to use and the CATRICE highlight. So it's more than just glow highlighter. So it's actually quite intense. I love her. From the beginning of my career, we never had like things like highlighter. So we always just looked matte and just powder down. So when they created highlighter, it was definitely something that I was jumping upon because I like at least to look a little bit dewy, but still matte. I like to go in with Major Glow, which is the middle one, Major Glow. Just add that right there. Can you see I already have a cheek? Never had a cheek before. Never born with it. But I literally just created it, and with that highlight, it just makes it just pop. So same thing, other side. Earthquake. see that? That highlight right there. Okay, now that we have the face and highlighter and everything on, we're gonna go into lashes. Okay, now we're back with the face. I have everything on. My lips, lashes, everything is done and dusted. Then we're gonna go and just add some setting spray just to complete the entire look. So I'm using the Essence Instant Matte Makeup Setting Spray. So we love a matte, told y'all before, love a matte. So we use this, and then after that, I like to just dab a little bit of highlighter over where we've highlighted to intensify that highlight. So few spritz, back into that highlighter, CATRICE highlighter, and then just a little bit on there. Is she cute? Is she done? Is she dusted? And I am ready to give you the complete look. And this is the complete look. How do y'all like this? It came out quite sickening, if I must say so myself. So if you like this look, please follow all the steps of how I got from skincare right through to powdered sickeningness. And don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, as well as to click the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload a video. And all the products will be in the description box below, and also you can find all these products at your local Dis-Chem as well as Clicks. So, mwah, and enjoy the rest of your day, and stay safe and always sanitize. Yeah, take your time. We're on your time. We're definitely on your time. Okay, now that we have the highlight done, I could have been done with my whole face. Mama on YouTube!